of your life is of everyone is to be happy, and if achieving my goals in my life makes me feel happy, then why do I have to be apologetic about it? I really don't know. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and here's a proper introduction. So hi, I'm Anushka Rathore. I'm 22 years old. I was born and brought up in Agra. I completed my bachelor's in biotechnology last year, and during the 5th semester of my college, I actually cracked the very first placement drive and my very first interview. Not just that, I actually topped that interview. Yes, I may be boasting about it because I am really proud about that thing. Anyways, after that I accepted that job offer and I worked for a few months. So I was doing two things at the same time. I was completing my degree as well. I was working there. Then after a few months I quit that job. I came back to my hometown. Lockdown happened, and then I completed my degree, and I am a graduate now. So that's about me. So many people were asking me that am I taking YouTube full time? You may consider it. I mean, I like filming videos. This makes me feel happy. So I have worked for a few months. I know corporate life. I am not interested in working from home at the moment. So that plan is cancelled. And coming back to masters, I don't want to do those online classes. So the introduction actually covered a lot of questions, hopefully, but there are still so many left. So first, I'll take questions from Instagram, and then I'll take questions from my YouTube community tab. In no particular order. The first question on Instagram is, when did you, by life is being chaos username, he or she has asked me, when did you start reading, or when did you fall in love with reading? Basically about my reading journey, and this is a very common question. Okay, I started reading in school. Though I don't consider myself a reader in school at all. I just read like a normal person, like a teen, romantic novels and all those stuff because my friends were. Then 11th and 12th, when I was preparing for competitive exams and all that stuff, I am a science student. So yeah, but then I think I started reading. Like, I used to read a lot of e-books. I fell in love with reading in college because I wasn't happy in my college. I had imagined a different world of college, but it turned out to be totally different. I just couldn't gel up with people, and then I found solace in books. Though how as cliche as it sounds, but it's so true. Like, I felt like, okay, these people understand me, I understand these people. Instead of trying to talk to other people who I don't understand and who don't understand me, I can just read a book and feel good. And that's when I read a lot of books. I binged a lot of series and movies. So yeah, that's where I fell in love with reading, actually, in college. And then lockdown last year, oh my god, that totally changed me. Like, now I can't even live a day without a book. What irritates you the most? Every damn thing. Everything irritates me. I'm a very short-tempered person. Anything which does not happen the way I want it to be irritates me. Yeah. Next question is, when you are most angry? Again, the same answer. I get angry very easily, and I cry when I'm angry. Like, oh my god, I can cry about everything. So I cry when I'm angry, I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad. What's your take on life? Oh my god, this is such a serious and intense question, but I'm not really in the mood of a serious or intense question. I'll just answer it with one line, and that's what I always say, that life is unpredictable. That's it. Life is really unpredictable. You can't just, and especially during this lockdown, my quote is so apt. What do you want to do in this life? Okay, there's no one thing. Like, there are times when I am so aspirational. I want to do everything. I want to be the best. I want to do all the good things. I really don't want to think about small things. But then there are times when I think, okay, I want to lead a simple life, and I want to be just humble and sweet and simple person. So that changes altogether. But what I want to do with this life, I think I just want to be proud of myself at the end of the day. Like, even if I'm living a simple life, I just want to be proud, and I think when I'm proud of myself, I feel happy. The next question is by Blitsam Smriti. She is my college friend. So, what do you feel about your hostel friends, especially your girlfriend? This is an inside joke, but I love my girlfriend, you know it, right? So what do you feel about your hostel friends? I love my hostel friends. I mean, I never said this when I was in hostel and I was just this annoying person you guys used to just tolerate. I was never a fun person in hostel. I was just always annoyed. I always like, I don't want to do this thing. You guys were always excited to do things, and I just used to sit. You used to lie on my bed, or I just used to sit in my bed, in my room, just alone. And you always gather. All of my friends used to gather in my room and do such funny things. They were such cool people, like such good, cute people, and I'm so thankful I got so many good friends in hostel. Like I never, as I said, did not enjoy my college friends or college life, but hostel was a different thing altogether. I really miss you, especially in this hostel, in this lockdown thing. I so remember my hostel days. It was such a good time. Bookish Not 6, and he or she has asked me a lot of questions. The first one is the biggest regret. I really don't hold the regrets. I mean, I'm not being a cliche, philosophical or positive person. It's just me. I really don't live in past, for sure. I'm a future person. I live in my future. I have goals. I'm very aspirational. I have things. So I think about if I'm getting sad, I'll be sad about my future. What if this does not happen? I don't get sad about my past, that oh my god, this happened, oh this makes me feel sad. No, I don't. So I don't really regret about my past, especially not about any incident or any occasion. Those are just learning things. I always feel like the things which have not happened the way I wanted them to be have always made me stronger. Like I've cried for days about things which did not turn out to me. Like people from my college, there were 2 years and 2 things happened and they really cracked me, but they also changed me as a person. I learned so many things from those 2 incidents. So yeah. Can you name any one book which you completed in one sitting? So many books. I'll name the recent one, that is I read just last night, and that was Verity by Colleen Hoover. It was a good book. I mean, I did not really enjoy the ending, but the whole plot line and the setup was good. If you have to choose one crime thriller book from your bookshelf, which one it would be? I think that would be, from my bookshelf, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Though I did not really enjoy the ending part, like the last few hundred pages, but the writing, the whole complex plot line, everything is good, so I would choose that. The right stage to start reading classics, as I have read 40 plus novels since 2020. This is quite an interesting question. I don't think there's a particular right stage to reading classics. It's just that if you feel like you can read a classic, then just go ahead, and that you'll only understand after you pick up a classic and read it. Like if you can decipher the meaning of the paragraphs, you can know the meanings of the lines, then you're good to go. And it won't be easy at start, but you'll have to learn, you'll have to try. And now that you're saying that you've read 40 plus novels, I think you can give it a go. Like at least try one novel for sure. Classics are difficult. I don't recommend classics to beginners because the writing is different. Like in old English, like British English is different from the writing of novels these days, of the present times. That English is different. So you have to get used to that English to really understand and enjoy that novel. How are you so cute and confident at the same time? Tips for both, please. Okay, there are no tips for being cute at all. You just feel like I'm cute because that's how I am in front of camera. Some people feel like I'm different in front of camera, but I think I am just me in front of camera. Like I really feel good. I don't feel like I'm talking to a camera. I just know I'm just speaking, I think, with myself, and that's the key. I mean, not everyone can talk to themselves, and I think I'm good at talking to myself, which is why like I'm happy right now. And you may feel like I'm being cute, but yes, I have tips for being confident for sure, because this is a common question that people ask me in real life as well. No one is born confident. All right, it comes with experience, it comes with patience, it comes with time, and most importantly with exposure. You have to do things, you have to take risks, you have to do things which you have to delve into unknown territories, because until and unless you don't try and do things, you won't know about yourself. And if you know about yourself, you'll automatically become confident. And this is not like a philosophy thing. This is just totally what I have learned over time, that whenever I know that I'm good at this thing, I am automatically confident. Taking the initial step is very difficult, and trust me, when you take the initial step, your confidence for the second time almost always boosts up. Saying Akshat is my college friend actually. Hi Akshat, and he's asked me how hard it was to convince your mom for the video. Pata hai maan gayi hongi, but kuch tha. Okay, this question is actually referred to my first channel, where in one of my videos my mom has featured. I actually showed her some videos of other people, like other moms doing the same stuff, and I was like, you really don't have to speak in front of camera, and these are not my kurtis, these are your kurtis, so how can I show them, how can I wear them and show them on camera? They won't fit me perfectly, so you will have to do it. So that's how she agreed into featuring that video. So yeah. Books, coffee, travel. Where do you get that much energy to do all the things you're doing? First off, I'm not doing a lot of stuff. I mean, it just feels like in these videos, but that's just a glimpse of my life. And to answer your question, I think fear drives me, really, and I'm being really honest here. I think whenever I'm stressed, or whenever I have this fear about my future or about anything, only then and then I really start doing. Otherwise, I'm a really lazy ass person. I really don't do stuff unless I'm not, stressed about that work, or I'm really fearing that, oh my god, what would happen if this thing does not happen. And as I said, I live in my future. So whenever I think like, oh my god, what if I don't achieve it, then I answer it, okay, you have to do right now, you have to take steps, otherwise you won't be able to achieve the things you want to achieve. So yeah, I think fear drives me. Next question is from the same person, same username. Whom will you spy if you get the power to vanish? Really, no one. You have to know this thing about me. I mean, this may be wrong, and you can judge me all you want, but I'm kind of a self-absorbed person. No, I'm not an introvert, but I'm a self-absorbed person. Like, I'm really not interested in other people's lives, and this is so bad. I mean, this is a common complaint from all my relatives, from all my friends almost, and they always say, "तो message ही नहीं करती खुद से, इसके पास तो time ही नहीं है, बड़ा attitude है," and all that stuff. I know, but I just can't help it. All I think about is my life, my goals, and the things I want to achieve in life. And I don't think there's anything wrong if the goal of your life of everyone is to be happy, and if achieving my goals in my life makes me feel happy, then why do I have to be apologetic about it? I really don't know. So I won't, what was the question? I won't spy on anyone if I even get the part. Next is by books, coffee, travel again. What is the one thing you want to change in India other than making people read so many books? I haven't thought about it. I mean, this feels like such a government job question, but I really haven't thought about it. So I don't know. I really don't want to lie about any question, so I won't answer it. I mean, I don't know what I want to change in India. Next question is by Deepak Kharche, and this is a very funny question. Biotechnology वाले बेरोजगार होते हैं क्या? Love your accent. Thank you first of all, but नहीं. No, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी वाले किसने कह दिया बेरोजगार होते हैं? भाई मैं तो बेरोजगार नहीं हूँ. मतलब I was working, I got a job, and my friends as well. All of them were working for quite a while, and it totally depends on you. I mean, क्या MBA वाले बेरोजगार नहीं होते? क्या हर कोई जॉब कर रहा है? क्या BTech वाले क्या बेरोजगार नहीं होते? It's totally up to you what you offer on the plate. And it's not about grades, it's never about marks, it's about your personality. Like, no one can be berozgar. If you believe in yourself, you can you can land a job for sure. Alright, so the next question is the question. It is by Hifsa Khanum, and she's asked me, why is your last video deleted? With a sad emoji. Let me now finally address it. Brace yourselves. Okay, first off, I never anticipated the kind of response, the amount of love and appreciation you guys showed me, not just on that video but on my website as well. Like, in just one night, I am not kidding, in just one night, and I'm not boasting, I received hundreds of registration on my website. So it was a hit. I mean, there is a demand and I supplied for it. People want, like, it's not like people don't want to read, it's just that they don't have really resources to read books for free. I know, like, I realized this later that this was wrong on so many levels, but my initiative seriously was to help people. It was just how amongst our friends we share this, oh my god, this is something free, go check it out. That was really my thing. Like, we could form a community where we could just share books. That was just my aim. I never thought that this is gonna turn up into such a serious issue or a serious problem. And that's when I realized that if you're doing something publicly on a platform like YouTube, you'll also have to deal with consequences, and you can't behave like a child, or you can't behave like a person. Oh, I can't be responsible for it, even if you know you are responsible for it. So that's why I took that video down, and I don't really want to share any more free books, because somewhere it is wrong. I don't want to be questioned. I don't want to get into trouble. Hope you understand. The question is, what motivates you to read? Motivation to do anything comes from the reward that you get after doing that certain task or that job. And I think when it comes to reading, the kind of feeling that I get when I read a book, I know that I'll be happy or sad after reading a book. The thrill that I get while reading a book, I get to learn about society, about this world, and that really motivates me. I mean, a haven of tomes. Shout out to Meera, and she's asked me, if you could read only one book genre all your life, what would it be? I think that would be contemporary or realistic fiction. As much as I like reading thriller or mystery novels, I can't really think about my life without reading a fun-loving or a book which gives me an insight about personalities, about real life, which I inspired from real life incidents and people. So yeah, contemporary or realistic fiction. The next question is by Anki Nirpajay, and she's asked me, from where did you get inspiration to start reading? BookTube. Really, BookTube has inspired me to start reading. YouTube in general has had such an impact on my life, on my personality. I've done so many things just because of YouTube, and reading books is one such thing. And the next question is by Ayushi Verma. Hi Ayushi, and she's asked me, what are your opinions on Chetan Bhagat's book? It's as simple as I compare Chetan Bhagat's book as to masala movies, Bollywood masala movies. You know there are problematic things, you know there will be some issues, but you will still watch those movies. Those movies will be hit, and those will earn crores, because that's what the mass wants, like more of the population wants. And that's the same thing with Chetan Bhagat's book. And I don't think this debate about Chetan Bhagat books should last anymore. I mean, it's okay. Who are we to judge other people's book choices or movie choices? Your first book. Okay, my first book was it started with a friend request. I think it was in 7th grade. That was a proper novel that time. Next question is by Shavanim, and she's asked me, how to choose your next book to read? Okay, that totally depends on your mood. In my case, for sure. Even if the book is good, I at times don't feel like reading it, I'll DNF that book, and then I'll pick it up again when I feel like it. So it totally depends on my mood, which book I read or pick next. Next question is by Shreyashi Mukherjee. Who's your fictional crush? Oh, crush a lot. Ask me who is not my fictional crush. But lately, it's Will Trainer. I mean, I said in my book review as well, I was just so mesmerized by his personality. I was just in awe with that person, the way his mind worked. Oh my God, I love Will Trainer. And then the second person would be Jonah from Simple Wild. Favorite series? My favorite series without a doubt is Mistborn. It's a fantasy novel series. And then your favorite fantasy novel? Same, Mistborn, but the novel would be the third part. See, third book, Hero of the Ages. That one I loved. Your favorite romance novel? Simple Wild, without a doubt. I just love it. No, I think It Ends With Us. Yeah, no. I'll change my answer. It Ends With Us. It's one of my recent reads and I just loved it. So yeah, It Ends With Us. Favorite fictional character? My favorite fictional character. I really thought about this question, and the answer that came in my mind was, if you've read The Kite Runner, Hassan. Oh my God, that boy. I mean, not just that boy, the man he grew up to be. How selfless that person was. I mean, unconditional love for a person who wasn't his own blood as well. I mean, that character, I really love that fictional character. And the whole build-up, Khalid Hosseini is amazing when it comes to, writing stories which can just move you. So yeah. What is your favorite non-fiction book? These days, it's 12 Rules for Life. Everyone knows about it. Dia Binoy actually DM'd me a question. What would be that one book which you would gift your best friend who's not a reader? Something like that. And I think when it comes to gifting books, I think I'd always gift a non-fiction book. I don't know, that's just a feeling. And These days, as I'm loving 12 rules for life, I'd give 12 rules for life to any of my best friends for sure. Next question is by Raghavina, and she's asked how to get used to reading books very fast. First off, start reading a book, get used to reading books, and you'll eventually read faster. I mean, your pace will increase. It's never about reading fast. Reading is always about being patient and learning from the book. Never think about just skimming through that book. You'll never learn. So yeah, that's my answer. Next is by Himanshi. She's asked, what are the first 5 books you read? Love watching your videos. Thank you, Himanshi. First 5 books that I read, first was It Started with a Friend Request, then Fault in Our Stars, Sherlock Holmes, which I borrowed from my library. Then it was Twilight series for sure, 4 are done, right? Then there was which was Life is What You Make It. Yeah, these were my first few novels which I read, and that's it with the Instagram questions all done.